I tell young leaders this all the time. You can't be a coward and you can't be a liar. That's a good starting point. If you're either one of those, it'll come out and people won't trust you. Clearly, he's very honest. He's hardworking. He's not afraid of anything or anybody.
My impression of the mine workers was it's better to be in a union. And if you're going to be in the union, there's none better to be in than the United Mine Workers of America. So that was my desire to get in the union. I had the opportunity to work on a drag line, tear down, change up, very greasy work, very hard work. So that was my actual first job in the industry. When I went on from there to work the next 5 years in our construction local. It's good to be back. Be back home, back in District 17. And somewhere around early 2000, I was offered the opportunity to work for the UMWA Career Center. And I applied for that job. I got it. And then spent the next 5 years working with dislocated coal miners.
So he brought originally to the Career Center, where I've hired him a couple of times here and appointed him once and ran with him once, obviously. He learned a lot at the Career Center. He was working out of Beckley. And our leadership there continued to tell me what a great job he was doing. And the people who came in contact with him said the same thing about him. So the people that you're trying to help, when they say you're doing a good job, that's important.
Working at the Career Center, you actually sit down with people one-on-one. You talk about their problems. You talk about a person who's just gotten laid off, who's lost their income, whose life has just been devastated. And you sit down and you actually try to work through them and figure out a way through this terrible time. I think they gave me perspective on hard times in our members' lives. When I first came to the International Union, it was in 2005. I was fortunate enough to be allowed to do negotiations and learned that very critical skill. And then the bankruptcies hit.
He actually became somewhat of an expert here on bankruptcy. He knew more than some of the attorneys that were dealing with these bankruptcies. He could figure out what all these things meant when people were about to lose their health care, lose their pensions, and be up against a life and death decision. He was the one person that was on top of that.
It kind of turned the world upside down a little bit. In 2012, we were dealing with Patriot. And, as a result of these court cases and the negative results that we received every time, and every union has, that's went through a bankruptcy with an employer, we ended up in a position where we were taking care of tens of thousands of retirees through Aviva that we set up. None of us had ever heard of Aviva. A lot of on-the-job training going on, and it was rewarding. It was an honor when President Roberts asked me to be Secretary-Treasurer. I don't have words for it. It was the greatest honor of my life, and I was thankful, and I'm still thankful for the opportunity. I worked with some very, very smart people, some very, very good people that helped me transition into that role. I could not have done that by myself, and I'll be thankful to those folks for the rest of my life.
He actually listens to people, and he has the union's best interests at heart. I mean, he truly wants this union to continue and succeed.
He's had experience in just about every aspect of this union, and he's totally dedicated to the cause here of the United Mine Workers.
I want to be the best leader that I can for this union. I think that that I have an obligation to those who came before me. I think this union has an obligation to the retirees who built it, and I intend to be the type of leader that fulfills those obligations. Our retirees deserve that, and I'm going to make sure, to the extent of my ability, that I'm going to provide it. But I also want to be a leader for active coal miners and active state workers and prison guards. I want all of our members. I want to be somebody who's hands-on. They deserve good representation. They deserve good health and safety, and we're going to make sure they have it.
Not only will he do anything for the union, he'll do anything for an individual. He is a, do what's right when nobody's looking kind of person. He knows when things need to be done, and come hell or high water, he's going to get it done. I mean, there isn't a no or can't in him. It's let's find a solution to the issues.
So you've got somebody that already knows how to do everything, and he's going to get better as time goes on in every aspect of running this union. He's going to be a great leader, period, full stop.
We might get knocked down. We might have setbacks, but we'll dust ourselves up and get right back in this fight. We'll fight today, we'll fight tomorrow, and we'll fight every day that a member of this union has a struggle to overcome. We stand together. We are the union. We are the United Mine Workers of America. We are one. We are everywhere, and we will never stop fighting until the membership of this union tells us to. Thank you, and God bless you. God bless United Mine Workers.